Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. So the 2024 season's officially started. I've done my first couple of little events. So I thought I'd just go through, show you some footage from Whitwell, which was the first little event, and have a chat about what's been happening so far and some of the things that have popped up and some of the stuff that's got to be done. Okay then, please excuse the pheasants if you keep hearing them. So we're testing out a slightly different setup on the old vlog setup because I'm still learning how to use all this new camera stuff. It should be looking all right, hopefully. It's too bright out here for me to really see the screen, so if it looks like crap, I do apologise. Anyway, let's make a start. So we went to Whitwell a couple of weeks ago. It's a nice little event. You see we've got some nice classic vehicles on display here. I had some nice cars there, a particularly nice post van, which I'll show you here. I got a bit of footage of that. And basically, whilst we were there, we were just testing out stuff with the camera, doing a bit of photography and things like that. So Whitwell's always a good first event of the year. You basically get to just get your uniform out, make sure you haven't done too much over the old Christmas and can still fit in everything. So it's a nice quiet little event. Just took the Jeep down. You can see here we had the 50 cal in it, all loaded up with some equipment and everything. Nice little rolling display. I don't tend to bother to actually put a display on as such at Whitwell, just because it's a tiny little event, and it's just to get the Jeep out, start saying hello to everyone after the winter season, and just have a chill out really. And I thought it'd be a good idea to test this out, getting some footage. So as you can see here, we had a nice little selection of vehicles. We had a handful of Jeeps, a nice Bedford lorry, little Bedford, and there was a couple of modern Land Rovers, which was a bit controversial. We'll go back over that in a minute. You know, a couple of classic cars, nice little tractors you can see here. Just a really nice chill out little weekend to start the season off. You've got a couple of traders from few bits and pieces here, mostly civilian stuff. People seem to be getting right into doing their just like dressing up civvy style and going to 40s events around here these days, which is a shame in some regards, but I get it. For the punters, that's just get yourself a like a period looking sort of outfit, go down for a day out with your family, meet your friends and stuff like that. So I get it, it's not the same as when you're doing the displays. So you do end up with a lot of traders there, but then nothing to do with the military stuff as a rule. That's more what I call tat, so it's just vintage stuff in general rather than specifically military stuff. And that's okay, people get their clothing, and the more people from the public that want to dress up and come down, the better it is for everyone really. Apologies, I'm just exploring this farmland still, figuring out where I can and can't go, and I'm trying to find some footpaths. So yeah, that was a nice little chill event. The Jeep ran all right for the most part. We're a little bit down on power at the high end, but I know what that is. Well, pretty certain I know what that is. I just need to adjust that throttle linkage, so I need to drill another hole in the little bracket that the return spring goes on, because if I put it where it needs to be, the spring's not strong enough to pull the accelerator pedal all the way back when you're finished. So I'll sort that out, but that's no problem really. It's just a bit of an irritation. Yeah, so apart from it being a little weak on the low end, or on the high end I should say, because I'm an idiot, there's also a bit of an issue. I've had a tweak with the carburetor again, just on the fuel levels and stuff like that, just to see if I can get a bit more out of it. And that seems to be working out. I had a little more power when I came home the other day than I did when I went, because I was tweaking with the carb at an event at the weekend. So the Jeep's okay, just need to do a slight modification to that spring. In terms of getting used to the camera here for you guys for events, which is what I've been using this little events for so far, it's just to play with the camera really. We're getting there, I think. I mean, hopefully this footage doesn't look too bad. Still getting used to the old walking around holding the camera like this and not pointing it at a stupid angle or all that sort of crap. But not this weekend now coming, but next weekend is Tiger Day at Bovington. So I'll be going down there. My friend's decided he's going to take me down there. So I wanted to have at least some experience before I go down there, because I want to get some nice footage of the Tigers and the other tanks driving around, and try some photography as well. So far the season's off to a pretty good little start. So we've done Whitwell, that was a nice little day out, and I've also had a day at West Raynham Air Control Tower because they had an open day, and I've got a actual little video coming up on that because I did some footage whilst I was there. So we're learning, we're doing some bits and pieces, and now the bigger stuff will start turning up, because obviously Tiger Day, in terms of getting footage and stuff for the channel, that's a big one, because you don't get to go to like Bovington and see Tiger Tank driving around every day. So I'm happy that I've got where I need to be in order to get you some nice footage for that. And after that, the big events start. So in June we've got a mega busy month. So we've got Normandy, obviously the first week of June, which should be amazing. And then I've got to do a big display for Hingham. They want me to actually do a proper big display there for the weekend, so we're going to do that. And at the end of July, I've been invited to do an event. I can't remember the name place because I'm useless. I'll put it up on the screen when I'm done doing the editing because I just can't remember the name of the place. But I don't know if any of you guys heard, there was like an Amtrak dug out of the ground in England a while back, and the lot that have restored that have their own event now. So they were at Whitwell, a couple of the guys from them, or a chap and his wife were there, and he asked me if I could do a display for them, and that's a bit further than I tend to drive, but I'll go down in the car, take the tent display and just have a chill out weekend with the small wall and all the stuff inside it. So that'll be a new thing that I've never done before, so I'm quite looking forward to that. So you've got like 3 big things in June, so it's going to be a busy month, and then I'll probably be knackered afterwards. So yeah, I just wanted to have a quick update on how the season started out and some of the stuff that's coming up. Excuse me if this wind's getting horrendous, I'll have to do the old voice isolation again. But yeah, it's going so far, it's alright. One bit I do want to ask you guys about is there's been a bit of a hoo-ha about like 40s events that have modern stuff there as well. I just wonder what you wanted to think about that on that sort of note. So Whitwell's a 1940s event, but now they have more modern cars, classic cars, but you know, newer. And also some new military vehicles. They're allowing anyone that wants to come, basically. I just wondered what the community's view on that was. I mean, my view on it is that if you're going to have a 1940s event, you have 1940s stuff added, and I don't give a shit what people do. But you know, if you're going to have a 1940s event and then have modern classic cars and things like Land Rovers and stuff from the 90s turning up, don't call it a 1940s event. That's what I think. Just have it as like a vintage weekend, for example, and then you can have other stuff as well. So if you, instead of calling it a 40s event, you could say do it as a vintage thing, then you could have people doing Cold War living history and stuff like that as well. So I'm not saying don't do it, I just don't get why you'd call something a 1940s event and then have stuff from the 1990s. So I just wonder what the opinion of you guys was, people that are away from my immediate area, on if that sort of thing is happening where you are as well. Because I get that a lot of people were just priced out of the 40s, it's just got so expensive. So what do you think on that? And lastly, it's not sorted out yet, it's not guaranteed, but I may be able to get some really nice equipment at some point soon. I'm in contact with a chap who's got a very nice collection and he's moving a lot of it on. So hopefully I'll have some real nice stuff for you guys to show you soon, and also that'll allow me to finish all of my impressions basically in one hit. I'm just waiting on selling some stuff to fund it really. But I look forward to that because something will be happening, even if it's not, you know, tons and tons, there'll be something coming. He's got some really nice bits. So yeah, that's about it for this little vlog. I hope you've enjoyed listening to me ramble on as usual, and some of the footage from Whitwell. How's that come out? I want to know what you think about it. I'm still figuring out how exactly to use the camera and exactly what setup I want to take to places. So what's the footage of these vehicles and that come out like in your opinion? You let me know. I won't take offence if it's shit, just tell me. And I'll work on making it better. So anyway, season's off for a good start. I had a couple of kit opportunities come out. It's all going to be pretty good, and some really big events coming out in the future. So as soon as this wind buggers off, because it's mega windy and crap out here, even though the sun is nice and everything, as soon as that's buggered off, then I'll start getting the Jeep down to this farmland so we can do some videos of setting up displays and stuff like that, which I can't normally do at events or at home obviously. So yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed the ramblings. Give me your views on the stuff I talked about, and I will speak to you again soon.